you've got a negative comment and you're thinking about saying something, shove it up your mother's backside.
Right, first things first, if you're new to this channel and you're watching this video, please click the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything, it's really helpful to our channel and our family business. So yeah, please just take the time, just watch a little bit of it, see how you get on, see if you enjoy it. You might find it's your cup of tea. So you'd be surprised how many people have watched and decided it's a bit of fun. So yeah, so this week we are working in, I think is it classed as Mapperley or Arnold? Yeah, we're doing a little patio, and nicely it's just around the corner from my home, so I don't have to travel too far to this job. So that's going to save me an hour a day, which is always nice. Weather's closing a little bit now. It's a bit damp in the morning. We've got a bit of rain. So yeah, we're working on a new build property. Obviously, they tend to give you the bare minimal. Not these houses in particular, but I'm always shocked by people who buy these new builds. Like some of the things I see that they've done in the gardens, I can only imagine what they've done inside these properties. They're just awfully built, awfully, you know. So yeah, cheap and cheerful, and then they charge you top dollar. However, we're here to save the day, and we'll give these lovely people a back garden to enjoy. So we're installing an Indian sandstone patio with some paths and like a little shed base around the back of a garage for them. We've got a week to do it. We've got Monday to Friday. I think we're gonna have problems getting machines in, or even getting hold of machines at the minute. I've rang up my local hire company and they seem to be struggling to get us a micro digger. So unfortunately, I haven't told the boys yet, but it might be the old shovel and wheelbarrow routine. So we'll see how it goes. I'll see if I can manage to pull some scheme together. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I just better go knock on the door, speak to the customers, see how they're getting on, hopefully get them to get the kettle on, and I shall show you guys what we're up to and show you around the job. Also, not forgetting, I just again want to say, last night we put the video on, it was Sunday afternoon, 9,000 views in the first day, absolutely amazing. You guys do not understand how much we appreciate you taking the time to watch. The comments and the likes are a necessity for the channel. It helps with the algorithm. So you guys, all the comments, I try and reply to every single one of you as best I can. I appreciate it's difficult. It's about 300, 400 comments yesterday, but I always try to have a laugh with you all and check out how you're doing. So I do put my Sunday afternoons aside to speak to you all. So yeah, just massive love from all of us here. It's great encouragement. It keeps us going. You know, I was feeling a bit deflated with some of it, but yeah, just the love we've been shown and everything. It's so appreciated. So yeah, we'll keep on with it, and we'll try and have a few laughs this week and get them on video for you guys to have a little chuckle at. Also, do you know what? I do this in the van outside the job, and you can see like the customers looking out the windows and people walk past walking the dog, and you just look like such a weirdo. It's so cringy, but I look like one of those people. I'm one of them now, one of them guys. So yeah, funny. This is what I mean about new builds. Look, spend £500,000 on a new build, and they use your back garden as landfill, and they can't be asked to turf it properly. So I don't know who builds these houses, but give your head a wobble, mate. It's disgusting. Look at all this. Honestly, it doesn't take a lot to put some topsoil down and just water the grass properly and put a bit of seed down and a bit of weed and feed. Come on. Okay, so to be fair, for a new build, it's not a bad little existing patio. So what we're doing is, you see where this corner's marked, we're going to put a pathway / patio at 1500 in here, which is going to run all the way down the side of the garage, and then we're going to use the old paving or the existing paving slabs to do a little sort of base in this corner, so the path will come down here and then be slabbed into here. And then we're taking out this existing patio. Obviously we're putting new stone down, some Indian sandstone. We're going to run another slab in here at 600 and a nice curve back, and into the corner. Folds is loving it.
Yeah,
He's got his shovel ready. He's just filled it with petrol.
Love wonders.
Ready to rock and roll. How's your weekend, Foldsy?
Very good.
Did you do anything you shouldn't have?
Yes,
Nose looks a bit red. Is that the cold weather?
it is, mate.
There you go. Okay, so we're all marked up. We've measured and sprayed it, ground sprayed it, or whatever you call it. We're going to dig a small track out with the shovel so that when machine gets here, we can take this out without damaging the line. So we've cut all the lines ready, and they're ready to be chopped out. We're just waiting for the machine to come. It's turning up late today because they're just in short supply at the minute. Yeah, so by lunchtime we should have all of it dug out. We'll get some stone here tomorrow and get it all stoned up. Chris is just having a little siesta over there, look.
I'm just thinking about all the negative comments of people.
Thinking about the lives you've put at risk over the year.
What to do if you've got a negative comment and you're thinking about saying something? Shove it up your mother's backside.
So, me and man like Foldsy have been sent to the cob shop, or asked to go to the cob shop. Again, we don't mind. Gets us off the, gets us out and about, seeing people, talking to people. It's a bit of fun. So, does anybody else? I was just saying to Foldsy, I had some Chinese food last night, and I don't know what goes on, but I can still taste it now. Like, I woke up in the night, I've still got dry mouth, and I was sweating last night, sleeping, and I feel awful this morning, like a hangover. I don't know what they put in that food. I think it's just the level of fat, salt, sugar, but it's too much. I think in my old age, I'm gonna have to stick to roast dinners. I think it's a bit easier on you at my age. What do you reckon, Foldsy?
Chinese, man.
You're going for Chinese? Yeah, you're still young though. These things don't affect you. When you get to my age, you've got irritable bowel, you've got backache, syphilis, you've got gonorrhea. It's great, mate. You live your best life. So we've come to the cob shop. Foldsy is folded under pressure. He's on a diet, so his diet, RIP Folds' diet, 9:28, went out the window. So he's ordered a bacon, sausage, egg. So he lasted an hour and a half before he failed. So if anyone's in Nottingham Way, Mapperley as well, this cob shop is the one. It used to be called Mighty Bites on West Hill Lane. Well, Mapperley Plains off West Hill Lane. It's absolutely banging. We argue probably the best around. So if anyone owns a cob shop and wants to prove us wrong, feel free. But yeah, top banana this place. Right, so finally we've got the ball rolling. It's about, what time are we on, Foldsy? About 10 half 10? About 10:30. The micro diggers just got here, thank God, because we're lazy like that. We've just sheeted up. We're only taking out topsoil and a bit of rubbish, so nothing too bad. Problems I've got DJ and Stevie are away on holiday, so we haven't really got them grabbing this week. And then I use another company, as you've seen, Kelly grab, and unfortunately John, who was in the video last week, he's come down with COVID, and he's really poorly in bed with it. So they're one man down, so it's held things up a little. So this is going to be grabbed first thing tomorrow morning, which is unfortunate for the customer, because it means they're not going to be able to use the driveway tonight. But we've made them aware of that, and you know, these things happen. It's out of my hands, out of my control. Like I said, other option is we'll get free skips here, and it costs you, you know, £400 more. So way the cookie crumbles. Yeah, so the lads are now what I call barrel loading in the back. So what they're doing is Chris is round there with a micro, and he is loading the wheelbarrows, and then Ryan and Connell will run the barrows out. So we've trimmed the lines, so Chris is just on the machine, taking it out, loading the barrows up. Another turn up for the books is the existing patio. To be fair to the guys who installed it originally, it's on quite a lot of roadstone. There's about 6-inch roadstone underneath it and a solid concrete base of about 3-4 inches, and so we can go on top of that. So we're going to leave the existing bed in, and then we're going to go back on top. So we're just taking out all the excess soil where the patio is being made bigger, and this path here, and this area at the back here. So we'll get a little time lapse going, and we'll show you how that goes down. Foldsy, at what point in life did you just think, like, I've messed up? I'm working for an half wit, pushing muck in the wheelbarrow. What was you doing before? I tell you what you was doing. You was riding around in a 1 litre Corsa in a Nike tracksuit, thinking you was a bad man. That's what you was doing.
1.2. Put respect
1.2.
Put respect on it.
Did someone write something on the bonnet of that once, Colin? What did they write on your bonnet?
There was allegations that I was a cheater.
Someone, did you not come out your house one morning and someone had wrote cheat on your bonnet with a door key?
They did.
It was lovely, wasn't it? But we changed it to cheap.
Yeah.
Wish I had a photo of that, it was great. I might have a photo in my phone, I'll try and dig it out. I don't think I have. Guys, I'm just going to put this out there. I'm willing to put a wager that nobody has seen this amount of bird poo on a car before in one lump. It must have been a pterodactyl. Look at this. I reckon you've upset your nana, mate. I reckon Nana's relieved herself on bonnet. You know what that is, don't you? Rich tea biscuits. That's what happens when you eat too many, lot.
There's a bit of rich tea there, look.
Bit of rich tea, lot. I can read tea leaves. Oh, there's seeds and nuts and berries in it, lot. I bet you can make a nice coffee out of that.
Eating, bro?
What's your man been eating at weekend? It's chewing tobacco, isn't it? It's chews backy, don't you? It's chews backy, so it's obviously it's gone straight through.
Your backy up on moustache.
Spitting the old chewing backy on bonnet. That is disgraceful, mate. That's horrible. Right, it's happening again. It's escalated. The customer today has brought us out shortbread. Not any ordinary shortbread. Marks and Spencer's shortbread. And Christopher has again now piped up trying to say that shortbread. Wait. Shortbread is now, Christopher reckons, worse than a rich tea biscuit. Not in a million years, Bert.
No way.
No way.
100%.
I'm 100% confident every single person on the whole of YouTube will agree.
Yeah.
Shortbread beats. If it was a top trump game of cards and you pulled out a card and one was a rich tea biscuit and one was a piece of shortbread, shortbread's winning. Power, 10. Longevity, 9.
You get yourself a little taxi, order an Uber,
Yeah.
go down to Rolf Harris's house,
Yeah.
Jimmy Savile's house, Michael Jackson's house, and Gary Glitter's. 100% of shortbread in there.
Yeah?
In their cupboard. is
Bro,
shortbread.
you
Yes.
order bagels from McDonald's.
Come on.
You're a closet.
This guy.
You're a closet.
Come over. Did you say bagels were nonsense?
Yep.
And do you now eat them?
Yep.
That doesn't mean it's not, though.
No more questions, Your Honour.
Bro,
No
the
more
pair of you two are 100% wearing Hello
Your Honour,
Kitty,
no more
Hello
questions.
Kitty pants all round.
No more
100%.
questions, Your Honour.
You stand up to
Drop
wipe your
mic.
bum.
Not anymore, I
bet
don't,
you,
do I?
I bet you squat to have a wee. I bet you squat to have a wee, don't you? Do you squat? Do you dab the end with do you dab the end with a bit of tissue when you don't know when you're eating your bagels?
Now look at this.
Absolute girls' blazers. Right, so that's us about done for the day. We have dug out a small utility area, we'll call it. The path's now been reduced, dug. The boys are just finishing up here and raking, getting a bit of the top loose off. This is all out and ready, all the shapes cut and ready. So tomorrow we'll get the stone, we'll bring it all in flush with the existing concrete. We'll stone it all up ready and we'll get some slabs laid. Weren't we, Folds there? Unfortunately. Weren't we, Ryan? Weren't we, Chris? So we shall see you tomorrow morning, folks. Morning. Disaster has struck. I've come down with the man flu, so I've got bloody throats sore, headachy. Yesterday I felt a bit off. I didn't know what it was, but yeah, a bit of a stomach bug. And however, it's 7 o'clock. I've got a John A's delivery wagon coming. I've got a grab lorry coming. I've got a roadstone delivery from DJ Projects coming. So yeah, as I always say, there is no rest for the wicked. So if I'd have stayed in bed this morning and thrown a sickie, all hell would break loose. So yeah, I'm here to do my job, make sure the boys don't have any stress and get things rocking and rolling for Chris so we can get these slabs laid. Yeah, it's part of being a team, I suppose. Right, so Dwayne from Kelly Grab has turned up this morning. We're just taking away the first load. I'm praying the lads get here shortly to out shovel this up because I'm not feeling very well at all. So if I have to do it, I'll be a sweaty, horrible mess. But yeah, so we're going to get a load of muck away, get this driveway clean for the customers so they can use it. We'll give it another wash down. We've got materials coming, we've got the slabs, sand, cement, etc. coming from John A's and some roadstone from DJ. That, boys and girls. He's even left the sheet intact, reusable. That's the kind of guy he is. So yeah, first job of the day done. Let's get his driveway cleaned up.
Slabs are being delivered. We've got a nice stone market mortar. It's a natural stone slab going down. The driver's doing a fantastic job, so he is. Look at him go. Look how happy he looks. This fine Tuesday morning. Are you happy, sir? Good lad. Keep it going. Look at the absolute state of this lad here. Where did you find these clothes?
Okay, so me and Foldy have gone on a little mission. Our roadstone is taking a little bit to be delivered and it is holding us up. So we are travelling back to Frankie's in Arnold to pick up half a ton of roadstone, just so we can start getting a bit of, get a few slabs down. Should save us an hour. So yeah, it's our little mission, isn't it, Foldy?
It is indeed, mate.
It is indeed. So John A. Stevens have arrived, they're just unloading the materials. Me and Connell's just been to a quote, so I'm just coming back now. Don't want to be rude. This is the kind of thing I just want to show people what we have to deal with. So this gentleman who lives at this house, or working at the next one, he's got one of these Ring doorbells, and the sensitivity is set too high. So anyone who walks down the public highway or the pavement outside his house, it's ringing his doorbell. So he's come out yesterday with a face like a slap bum, moaning at us, and then as we drove off, we had to walk back up to get in the van this morning, and he started again. And he was there sort of opening the door, glaring at us all, and I'm like, mate, you cannot ask people not to walk past your house.
That's if it comes out.
He will do, he'll be out in a minute shouting at us. It's going to happen. But you cannot come out moaning at people for walking past your front door on a pavement that's public. But the level of entitlement, and this is the kind of stuff we have to deal with, and it'll be so aggressive and rude. And I'm supposed to move all my cars and things for him. It's not happening. So yeah, we'll see. So would you believe it? We went to fetch the roadstone, and when we got back, it had already arrived. So yeah, we're just barring that in now.
Cool, so we're just getting going, guys. What we've done is we've started in this corner, so we've laid it square off the house. We've left a 120 trap all the way around, gravel trap. So we've started the first slab here. We've set that 120, 120, 120, 120. We've got it square. We've leveled it across. Just used a level on this to get it all level, so we've got that level all the way across there. There's a slight fall down towards the garden. We've set a string line up at the correct distance all the way to the top, and I've actually leveled that up. I still use the level as we're going, but I've put a string line up. The string line's completely level all the way across, so that gives me something to work to just while we're going up there. I'll run that line in, and then we just start running these lines in here, take everything up from the house, and then tomorrow I'll come in and we'll cut these in and get all the cuts done. In fact, I probably won't actually. I'll probably get up there tomorrow and get all that done, and then once it's all laid and we've got all the dry laying done, I'll come back in and we'll get these nice slow curves in, which is going to be fun. So we've got nice beautiful slow curve going all the way around there. The customer had his old slabs and he wants those going in the corner, so we'll be doing that later on in the week, and it's all good, it's all fun. My knees are hurting, my back's hurting, I'm old, but life's great. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, so we've got 4 tonne of washed, cement obviously for mixing and laying. We've got about 1.5 tonne of stone left to go in. Got 1 pack of Indian sandstone slabs here, Sahara Multi from Stone Market. The bed's all in, and we've got the stone going in. We just finished up stone up this path. I'm going to whacker it, and then we've loaded the slabs out to make it easier for us. We'll probably get some more around in a bit. And Chris, God bless him, has started laying this corner. He's now setting a string line up. He's going to run some rows in and work his way around. It's quite difficult because you kind of can't trap yourself in, so that's what he's trying to do. Morning everybody. Just like to point out my new hat. My good mate at Logo Mule in Nottingham has done these for me. So to be fair, it's not first, it's not because of the YouTube thing, and we've been using him for years. As you can see, our old jumpers and jackets are all logoed up, but yeah, love the gear, it's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, we're going to have a bit of a nightmare this week. So the old man flu thing, I know you're all going to rip me in the comments about manning up and all this, but I'm here, I'm still getting it done, but it's not fun. Yeah, the old man flu thing's escalated. I've got sort of tonsillitis now and just feel absolutely rats, but the show must go on. And on top of that, one of our lads, Ryan, yesterday, well, he's had a bit of a problem with his hand. He thinks it could be a carpal tunnel thing, but it's been ongoing. But yesterday he's whacked his hand and his whole hand's swollen up. He's got to go to the hospital this morning, so another man down. So I'm half man, and Ryan's man down. So yeah, adds a bit of extra pressure to the business and the running of things, but we'll get there, you know, as we do. These things happen. So yeah, we'll show you a little bit about what we've done and how we're getting on. Right, so as you can see, as Chris said yesterday, we managed to get a fair bit laid. So what we do is we get the main base area in, so to speak, or the main drag of it done. And then what we'll do is you then put all the cuts in afterwards. So for like example here, we'll lay a slab over and we'll mark it and cut it and do them individually all the way around. So that should be tomorrow. I think Chris's aim for the day is to get this whole area laid and then work up the path. And then we're reusing these slabs here for around the back, currently where the tools are. And that's going to be a shed base. So bit of a discrepancy at the minute. The custom would have preferred it so it ran through at one level. However, it means like it would need retaining under the fences. You can see a little bit of soil because of the depth. So we're going to try and discuss with him running a course of brick across maybe, or an edging or something. Just having a slight step up onto that and would save a load of problems, work and money. So we'll see how it goes.
So making progress now, guys. We're quite a bit laid. We've come across a bit of a problem which we knew about, but basically we've laid off the house, so everything's laid square from this corner here. But because it's a new build and they're so good at everything they do, they've built the garage about 3 foot out square, so it's running at an angle from the house, so it's about 3 to 4 foot out of square. So you can see here, you can see how the lines are running across from the patio, and as we get here, look, this actually runs outwards like this. So there's a couple of options. Could have carried on laying those lines, got up to here and then cut both the sides, which would have ended up with cuts both sides. The customer didn't want that. He didn't want cuts going up each side. So what we're going to have to have done, which we spoke about with the customer, and this was the only option. There was 3 or 4 options, but this is the one he went with in the end. Just take you around now to have a little look. Basically, I'm going to overlay these slabs, cut these 3 lines here as we get around this corner, so everything's square running up to here, but then we're going to mitre these corners. And as you can see there, we've laid one. The joints are slowly going to start to curve round until it hits here, and then it's going to run square all the way up to the garage. Not ideal, but it's the best option we've got at the time. So I don't know if you can see that there. These have all been cut, so we've cut the lines in. So we've overlaid these, slowly start to turn, cut it off, overlay it, cut it off, and then this will be the last one we'll overlay, and then from there it will run square all the way up the garage. And it'll look nice, it won't look too bad. You can see that there. So you can see these lines running square, focusing from there, and they're slowly going to curve around until it runs square up there. Say not ideal, but the donkeys who built this, built it all wrong. Absolutely terrible actually, some of the stuff on these new builds when you go around and see it. Next door we've seen the guy there yesterday painting the chips on the bricks, and these they're not cheap, they're 450 odd £1,000 houses, so you know they're not, I mean we're in Nottingham, that's expensive for a house. Obviously in London and places it's nothing, but over here that is quite a high price to pay. And the guy's just gone up with a ladder, and all the little chips they've done, he's just painting them up. So someone will pay top whack for one of these, not know anything about it, move in, and yeah, painted up all the chips. And he was just laughing about it basically, so that's what you're paying for.
to discuss seriously some of the comments on this YouTube channel. A lady called Kerry from Northern Ireland, Chris Folder, has requested that you two wrestle with your shirts off and even include a little bit of oil.
Yeah, Sam.
She'll have to pay.
Just have to pay.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. They've got an OnlyFans.
I don't want no rich tea either, none of that crap.
You don't want rich tea. Not a
Chocolate on
Hobnobs.
Yes.
And what she doesn't actually know is that underneath Connell's sweater, he naturally produces grease. It's show him the hairs.
Hell no.
This guy, honest to God, if he had to run out of a burning house naked, no one would see it with the amount of fluff stuck to him. Is absolutely from neck to even I say to toes, to the end of the toes.
Yeah.
It's like
pretty
a
much.
6 foot hobbit.
Like that sweat, like that sweater that the little kid.
Yeah, I'll bleep it.
More of Snowman. Oh, it just no.
Oh, you know you try and crack a gag and that was terrible.
Turn it off! Turn it off!
You've humiliated yourself now. You're the king of banter on here. And now no one wants to know.
This is what you lot don't see. He's the bully.
He's the bully.
You're bullying me.
You are the bully.
I can't even stand up now to go on the toilet. That's how it's got.
You're living in shame.
Yeah.
Been
Sit
shamed.
down now, been
Who shamed?
What can I say?
So, hey, tell you what, look at these hats though. Look at the embroidery on that.
My head's on fire.
It's sweating, yeah. It's that time of year where you shouldn't really be wearing woolly hats, but you know, needs must. That's it for today, guys. Got that in. It's all done now. All those cuts. Got this section in here. Got this little bit to do tomorrow. And the customers wants these put up there for a shed base. So we're going to get those in as well. See, that angle doesn't look too bad now once we cut those in. Get those cut in down the side. Got a nice swerve curve rather. Been a long day. Can't even talk, and that's it. Should be good when we get it in. Everything's nice and level. The grass is all over the shop, so that's not great. But managed to work to it, managed to get it to look all right. Hopefully get some of this all cut in and done tomorrow. What do you reckon, Con?
Fingers crossed.
Get it cut in, get it cut. Come on, lad, give me some motivation.
Don't know motivation for it. It's raining. No kidding.
Yeah, it's raining. Well, it's England, isn't it? It's always raining, bro.
When it rains, we want to go home.
When it rains, it pours. Come on, give us some motivation to finish the day.
We're going to die one day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel better now.
See?
Wanna go pub?
Let's do it, mate.
Should we go for a pint?
Let's go.
What do you reckon? Nah, let's just go home and cry in the shower. Ta-da!
Morning, everybody. It's Thursday morning. I've got the full man flu now, so I was up at 1 in the morning. I've been up all night, horrible. I'm not one to whinge. So the patio's going down. We've got the pathway in. I'm just putting in the little patio around the back of the garage. So Chris is now going to drop back and do all the cuts and all the radial cuts around. Come out near the gate. So we should be laid up tomorrow, I'd hope, Friday. But you know what? I'm not rushing it. We're a man down. I'm whinging like a girl's blouse. So yeah, we'll see how it goes and how we get on. But yeah, if it runs over a day into Monday, so be it. It's what it is. It's been quite a difficult job, really, this one, for some reason. There's a few weird little angles and nothing's square. So the main house isn't square to the garage. So we've had to mitre the slabs around here. If we'd have come off the garage, there'd have been tiny little cuts against the house. So you're sort of damned if you do and damned if you don't. So we've had to come up with an idea to sort of lose it. So on these cuts in the centre here, we've took little cuts out of them, slowly mitered it back round. But it's not ideal, but it's needs must, unfortunately. Okay, so as you can see, a little time lapse there. We've laid the little utility area. The customer just wanted to use the old slabs. Just this is going to be like, I think they're going to have a little shed here and just some storage areas for like outdoor equipment and shovels and brushes and such. So now Connell's just going to cut me some, I think they're about 10-inch cuts just to go down here. Going to put a little sleeper at the back. It doesn't really retain anything, to be honest, but the customer's got it knocking about, so we're gonna use it. Not really ideal because there's a kickboard at the back which is wooden, so but it's his request and it's a freebie, so to speak. Yeah, so they should be done and dusted in the next half an hour. Chris is just doing all these piddly little cuts all the way around, dropping these in. So it's another example to people of things have to get a lot worse before they get better. Sometimes it makes a mess, and it's sometimes customers can get a little worried at this stage that they think it's not going well, but it is. It's get the cuts in, bit of dust, we'll give it a jet wash off last thing today. Fingers crossed, maybe done tomorrow, who knows. I'm going to show you guys, I'm just quoting in Gamston, I just want to show you guys, like, we did this job here, I think this is like 14, 15 years old now. And just want to say, look, it hasn't moved an inch. It still looks absolutely stunning. So for all you little wombles who put silly things on and criticise and all these things you do online, proof's in the pudding, boys. You can talk all you want to talk on interweb. Good morning, everybody. So it's Friday, it's completion day, hopefully, and most importantly, fingers crossed, it could be payday. So yeah, plan today, just finish up a couple of little cuts that we didn't get done yesterday. Obviously give the whole job a tidy throughout. We're going to use a jointing compound on the patio, jet wash it all down again, get it all clean and tidy, the garden spotless, and then sort of sign it over to the customer, hand it over. So yeah, happy days. The cold is subsiding. I think I'm over the worst of it. Managed to get some sleep last night, so feeling a bit better. But yeah, rock and roll. Right, so we're nearly there, nearly complete. I've got DJ Projects coming today, or one of his men who's coming over while he's away to come and pick these bags up for us and remove them. Bit of excess sand and stone and so on. Very hard to move. We don't really use tippers and so on, so don't want to be lugging loose stone around and all that carry on. Got John A's coming to take over some leftover slabs. We've got a bit of cement extra. Don't know how it seems to work out, but every time we've either got too little or too much. Yeah, get all the driveway clean, jet washing. I've got here a bit early. I'm going to get all the tools out on the front now, ready to load up. And then we'll give this driveway a jet wash down. Tarmac very hard to clean. This looks in this image a bit dirtier than it is. It's not particularly that bad. Once we jet wash it off again, it just needs a bit of rain to sort of wash it through and get it off. It will darken back up in a month or so, but it's just, there's no other way of doing it. It's just dust. So yeah, but that is the plan for this morning. So guys, as you can see, this is beginning to have the makings of a patio. You can see the transformation when the cuts have gone in. It's had a wash down last night, but we'll give it another jet wash. So there's a few cuts in this corner for Chris to finish, and here I think this area is pretty much complete. And there's a few at this end now which I'm just going to mark up and get ready on the lawn to cut for when the lads get here. I'll have a jet wash all the way through, we'll jet wash it all out and get the compound brushed in. Going to get the tools out in the front and get them loaded up, ready to rock and roll and go. And yeah, looking good. So we're now all laid up. We're just washing it all down, jet washing it through. We've got to brush in the compound. Put the gravel into the gravel traps round. We've cleaned all the lawn off, washed it all, picked all the stones out so they don't damage the mower and whatever. And we're about there. Let's do a little time lapse now for you brushing it in. Also, just if anyone's interested, we use this jointed compound. Comes in 3 colours. I think it's a light grey, dark grey and a buff. We find it to be the best one, and also cost-wise, I think you get a lot more in these ones than some of the bigger brands. I think you get 25, I think it's 25 kilo or something in here, whereas a lot of them are like 15, so it's double the price. So it's definitely worth looking into. It's a really, really good product, so we recommend this. John Hayes have arrived, which is brilliant. What we're going to do is we're going to pick these leftover bags up and move them over to here so that DJ can come and collect those bags, which will then allow us to take the sheet away and clean it all up. Johnny's are taking over the leftover slabs and cement. We are always overorder on the slabs because you're never sure what size he's going to need. That is a bit too much mind, but it's the way the cookie crumbles. Yeah, and then we can get all this cleared off and done. Right, so we've just brushed in the compound on the patio loosely. We let it dry a little bit and get the excess off. Just got to put some gravel in the planters now. We're going to soil up around the edge of the lawn, give everything a good clean down, and I think that will be about it.